Picking back up with number 22, find the equation of a line. As soon as you read that, essentially what you have to do is find y equals mx plus b. But here we go again, very much in line with what we did with problem number 20 up above. We have to find slope. And our slope is just y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. And you can see as we just follow the guideline here, we'll have 0 minus 8. That's your y2 minus y1. x2 minus x1, negative 3 minus 1. Again, you can use your calculator or negative 3 minus 1. It's pretty simple. That's negative 4. Negative 8 over negative 4 divides into 2. In other words, my slope is 2. I have to choose a point. You can choose your first point if you'd like. Ultimately, what you do is you write y equals mx plus b. You plug in your y value of 8. Your slope is a 2. Your x value is a 1. 2 times 1 is simply a 2, so you have 8's equal to 2 plus b minus a 2. You'll see that b equals 6. Now, what that really means is y equals mx plus b. Y is 2x plus 6, and we're done. As we move to number 23, perpendicular lines are going to come into play. We need to write the equation of a line, and once again, we need to essentially write y equals mx plus b. But if you look at this other line right here, y equals mx plus b, you'd know that your m is 1/2, but perpendicular lines have slopes that are opposite reciprocals. So you have two lines at play when you are talking about perpendicular lines. The slope that you're actually looking for is the opposite reciprocal of 1/2. You have to change the sign to a negative. If you take the reciprocal of 1/2, you'll get 2. So negative 2 is the opposite reciprocal. We're also working with negative 2 comma 3. That's our point. Right now you can say y equals mx plus b. Your y is a 3. Your m is negative 2. Your x is also negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 is actually a 4. And then we subtract a 4. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Your answer then is y equals mx plus b. You have y is equal to a negative 2x. Your b is negative 1. So you get negative 2x minus 1. For number 24, you've got x plus y less than or equal to negative 3. Let's get y alone. Let's subtract an x from both sides. You'll have y is less than negative x minus 3. Your m will be negative 1 over 1. Your b will be negative 3. Your graph will have a y-intercept at negative 3. Your slope will indicate that you need to go down 1 and right 1. There's a bar right here, so we're going to have a solid line. If we didn't have a bar, we'd have to have a dotted line. And because y is less than, we're going to shade below. And in all honesty, we're just done with this. 2 more and then we're through. So we look at number 25. You can see that we have a y-intercept of 4. You can see to get to this other point, we have to go down 2 steps and right 3. So our slope is down 2, right 3. And of course, we have y equals mx plus b. So we're going to have negative 2/3 x plus 4. However, the big question is, with the shading being above, when the shading's above, we're going to have a greater than symbol. Don't put a bar underneath because you can see we have a dashed line. And this would be the final answer. To wrap up with our very last problem for number 26, let's take a look at our first line. The first line I will highlight in yellow. And for this line, you can say, well, what's your y-intercept? You can see it looks like we're going to have a 5. You can see that right here. To get to our slope, we'll go 1, 2, 3 steps down, and 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to the right. So we have to go down 3 and right 4. You can see this is a solid line, and that is going to have shading above the line that we just made. So we're going to have greater than or equal to, but it's always mx plus b. Your b here is actually a 5. So that's your first line. Your second line, line 2, it's the one that's not highlighted. You can see that your y-intercept looks to be at -3. Your slope, you're going to go up 2 steps, right 1. Now, by the way, that simplifies to a slope of 2. So here's line 2. I'm going to continue over here. We're going to see that y is, if you look at your line, you can see your shading above it. So we're going to have a greater than. This time, don't put a bar, though. It's a dotted line. We need mx plus b. You could say plus -3 if you'd like. But the system that is graphed for both of these lines is what we see here.